Hey, how much do you guys know about this Nick Fuentes? Do you know a lot? Is this another guy that we need to introduce you to, that we need to kind of catch you up on? Because we talked about this on the special last night, but I didn't have a lot of details for you. And now I've got a few more details and a few more videos and a few more little items. I'm really excited about this story. So Nick Fuentes is another one of these guys who it's all politics and America's losing its moral high ground. And he's like, he looks like he's 19 years old. In my opinion, okay, he seems how do I say this? He espouses a lot of the stereotypes that a lot of people attribute to gay people. A more effeminate voice, a very clean appearance, well-dressed, things like that. And so there's always been some talk about this Nick Fuentes. But he's very arrogant. He's very, homosexuals are this and Jews are that and blah, 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 blah. And, he cracks jokes and everything. He pisses off conservatives. He pisses off liberals. But I've always had a weird kind of a thing with this guy where I've went, he's not telling you the whole story. This Nick Fuentes is not telling you the whole deal. Let me show you a picture of Nick Fuentes. We've got an update on this guy, this kid. There he is. That's Nick Fuentes. So he sits there. He has this show where he, talks about come on. Does that look like the conservative pussy slayer who's going to save traditional America? Like, he's big on traditional values and this and that. I don't really know what I don't know where transgender porn comes into traditional values. And personally, I don't give a shit about traditional values. You know what I think the best policy is? You live your shit, I'll live my shit. I don't need to know about what you're doing. You don't need to know about what I'm doing. We'll all respect that. We'll all be fine. Problem we have now is too many people in other people's business and too many people trying to grab everyone by the face and go, look at what I am and give me attention. Fuck off. All of it. I'm trans. Not necessary to tell me. A, I could have deduced. And B, it changes my opinion of you nothing. I couldn't think of a more boring attribute for you to share with me. But you got to shout it right in my face. And then the Nicholas J. Fuenteses of the world. Yeah, we have a more conservative America, and our morality is this. It's like, dude, you're fucking 20. You're not supposed to be talking like that. You're supposed to be getting monkeypox. For God's sake, at a port party. But the reason I bring him up,
hit the subscribe button, smash that like button, and click the bell to get notifications.
I need to get better at canceling that thing out before I go elsewhere. The reason I bring him up is because he was caught sharing a little something with his audience, trying to brag about his metrics. And while he was bragging about his metrics, he was doing a screenshot to show people, and he had his tabs open. Yeah, you can kind of see where this is going. While Nick Fuentes had his tabs open, ladies man wants a wrench. I'm sorry, guys. I'm really going to deep dive into this, and I just want to make sure I get people taken care of. I also want to thank Victoria for throwing in $20 on PayPal. That's from Dylan and Tori. Thank you very much. That knocks our goal down $20, $305 away from our goal tonight. There's the link in the chat for you to chip into PayPal if you'd like to. So Nick Fuentes decides to share all these tabs, and on one of the tabs is a little bit of the transgender porn. Now, is there anything wrong with watching transgender porn? I don't give a fuck if you do or not. I don't care. It has nothing to do with me. It doesn't affect my life in the least. Go ahead and watch transgender porn. But in today's media, where everybody wants to be on this side or on that side, and they're going to shit on everybody over there, but not shit on anybody over here, you got to be a saint now. If you're going to play that game where, I'm Mr. Morality and America's culture has to be squeaky clean, then you got to live it. That's why you don't see me telling people what to do. I'm a piece of shit. I fuck up all the time. And people are going to tell me when I fuck up. So I just do a show where I tell other people where they fucked up. And then I figure everything will even out in the end. But all these other people like Nick Fuentes who want to be schemers and scammers and put all the chess pieces in place and everything else, you better not get caught jerking off to trans porn or you're going to lose a lot of those hardcore conservatives who, Nick, I know you're full of shit. You know you're full of shit. You just assumed that everybody else thought you were full of shit. No, some of these people followed you because they liked the cut of your jib. They liked what you were doing, and they thought it was the top stuff. They thought it was the cure for what ails us. So you get caught doing a little bit of the pulling your... First of all, the pulling your pud thing, I think they're against. A lot of these people. You got a lot of the incel community, Nick Fuentes. You got a lot of those white guys who are pissed off because they got rejected for dates because they didn't keep their body up in the gym. So now they're blaming women because they're all bitches, apparently. And they believe in you because you're the guy who, I don't know. Like I said, you don't exactly look like the pussy slayer. You went on a date with a cat boy, allegedly, and you jerk off to trans porn. They catch all that stuff. They can only make excuses for you for so long. So this Andy Worski tweeted this out this weekend. He said, ladies and gentlemen, we got him. Nick Fuentes just deleted a tweet with a video where he was looking at his analytics. All the tabs were opened, and people saw a girl blowing someone. But someone has just matched the porn to a trans porn. Nick Fuentes is jacking off to trans porn. Now, do I care if somebody jerks off to trans porn? No. As a matter of fact, I find it rather boring. But if you're going to sit there and... I love shit like this. I love it when people sit there and tell everybody else what to do and talk about how their politics are the right politics and everyone else's politics are fucked and this is the direction the country has to go, and they get pulled over by the weight of their own dick. I love that stuff. I think it's the best. And I don't care. I don't do this thing where you're like, you got to protect him because he's a conservative or you got to protect him because he's a liberal. If he acts foolish, I enjoy it. I like it when like conservative politicians talk about how, oh, gays are the moral scourge of this country, and then they get caught with a guy's dick in their mouth in an airport bathroom or in a hotel. That's hilarious. Just like if a liberal is like big time anti-gun and they just want dead children, then you catch them at a gun range. I think that's great. Or like Nancy Pelosi talking about the little guy while she engages in legal insider trading in Congress and becomes a millionaire when she went to Congress penniless. And then her husband gets a DUI and they go, oh, well, what do you do? Fuck. I love that shit. When Democrats get caught as 1%ers while shitting all over the 1% because they're tricking poor people into voting their way and giving them more power. And then when conservatives get caught with dicks in their ass, I think it's funny. Nick Fuentes, same thing, getting caught jerking off to trans porn when he's probably shit all over trans people on his show. Ha! I think it's great. One less thing you get to talk about now, I guess, on your show. Saint Orin says, shame, shame, your tabs are showing. Yeah, I got in. I'm innocent in my tabs. Fuentes is the Mexican Crisley daddy. Oh, yes, Gordy. Absolutely. Gordy nailed it. He is. Fuentes is the what does he call himself? Afro-Latino. He's the conservative Crisley. You kind of knew, you just needed a little bit of proof. Victor says, it's like when AOC entered Congress excited to change the system. Pelosi and Bernie thought, that's cute. Right? Raz of Chaz says, was it Bailey J? No, then I'd be celebrating the man. Zio Gold says, careful, Aaron. Nick Fuentes fans are crazy as hell and will come at you. I welcome it. Attention to my channel. Are you kidding me? Absolutely. What is it? What do they call themselves? The Groypers? I welcome the Groypers with open arms. See, this is the thing. When you don't take any of this shit seriously and you're in it just to make fun of somebody, I'd love to have a bunch of angry incels come in here and just start yelling, you don't know your politics. Oh, well, your guy got caught jacking off to trans porn. That's all I'm saying. You can't refute my points. I'm not making any. Just pointing out that your guy's ridiculous. And what, you're going to get mad at me? I'm not the one who did it. I just watched the thing happen and laughed at it a lot. Orange Boy says, they just hang their dirty laundry up for the world. In fact, somebody go find the Groypers and tell them we're talking about Nick and his off-duty hobbies, if you will. I welcome that conversation. Thank you very much to Gemini for the $20. Making our goal tonight $285. If we hit that goal, we do an extra half hour of show, and we will dive in during that overtime into our newest fool, DSP Gaming. That one could be a lot of fun if we hit that goal. If not, hey guys, thanks for chipping into the show. We appreciate you supporting Steel Toe. Skeezy says the Groypers went after Patrick one day. They're sad losers. The key when people like that come at you is very simple. What you do is you let them say their shit. Because they're just angry little boys who are just looking to be heard because they don't like that their guy got gone after. That's all. Who gives a shit? What are they going to do? Downvote my videos? Ooh. What are they going to do? Tell me I suck? Ooh. I'm going to be right back here tomorrow doing the same thing. Another guy, maybe your guy. Don't come to me and get mad because I pointed out what your guy is. Go to your guy. Talk to him. You know, they're so used to talking to like Charlie Kirk and these guys who give a shit about politics and all that. I don't care about the politics. You rail about like the moral decay of America and you got caught jerking off to trans porn. That's hilarious. How is that not funny? In fact, all of Nick Fuentes' fans and the Groypers and stuff, they should all just be like, oh, I was going to shit on this guy, but I realized after listening to him, that is pretty funny that happened to him. That's hilarious. Nick, how'd you let that happen? Oh. People have their priorities all fucked up, man. Their priorities are off. Oh, my God. We're over halfway through the show already. We've got 50 minutes left. You guys are 285 away from the goal. You're doing pretty good, my friends. Pretty goddamn good. We're about a new VIP away from knocking it out the park. You guys want to talk a little monkeypox? I think the only fool stuff I have left is the DSP stuff, and that's only if we hit our goal and do overtime. Little Emmy says, is jerking off to trans porn off limits? Asking for a friend. No, jerk off to whatever you want to. Just don't show it to everybody. And certainly don't do a show where you tell everybody, where you're all high and mighty and you tell people what the moral direction of the country should be. Could you imagine the gall, the nerve that it takes to do a show where you go, this is what all of you should do. And this is what will fix everything in the country. I don't know. People ask me, like, what's the direction the country should take? It's like, best I can think of is everybody just mind your own fucking business. You know? Don't go shouting at people what you're doing. Don't demand to know what they're doing. You know? Leave them alone. Leave everybody alone. That's the most political take that I have anymore. I used to get into politics when I was younger, and then I realized, oh, wait, there's like 17 people who own the country, and the rest of us are just kind of, we're just pawns on the chessboard. We don't really matter. Once in a while, we can move diagonal and knock something off, like, I don't know, who gets to be in women's swimming. Ooh, looky, what all our arguing got us. This lady with balls doesn't get to swim anymore. Oh, Mark won in our column. By the way, 200% inflation. How's that sound? Fucking talking about politics is the dumbest thing I can think of. Silverwolf says, my philosophy, you do you, I do me, and we won't do each other, probably. See what he did there. Well, anyway, Groypers, I hope you enjoyed that one. We'll clip that one out for you, too. We'll put that clip up on YouTube, and you guys can enjoy watching Steel Toe for the first time.